today's practice, we're going to take it quite slow. We're going to do a bit of a yin yang kind of class. So a little bit of flow, of course, mostly at the start, and then definitely also some time at the beginning and the end, towards the end more. Going a little bit slower, a little bit deeper, more kind of yin poses. So a bit of a combination of both today, but you're obviously welcome to go faster, slower, bring in whatever you need to bring in if that's how you feel it today. All right. If you have, I know you're not all at home, but if you have a cushion, grab a cushion or a block or something like it, and you can play the music starting right now, as I'll do the same. And then we're going to begin. We're going to start in a Supta Baddha Konasana, which is a reclined butterfly position. And for that, you're going to take your cushion, place it underneath your spine. You're going to roll yourself down onto your back. Make sure your head, your neck are supported. We're going to bend our knees. They fall out to the side. The soles of the feet come together. And you open the heart, the chest in any way that feels good. I like to just have my arms all the way out wide. Palms of my hands facing up to the sky. And just take a few breaths here to settle in. Slowly softening the body. And letting go of the day. And arriving on your mat. And while you allow your body to surrender and to soften, allow your mind to soften as well. Bit by bit, you're becoming more and more present. And maybe you notice the very subtle changes, the very subtle releases in the physical body. When you allow yourself a few deep breaths and just letting go. How does it feel to be here right now? How does it feel to not having to go anywhere? Does it make you feel good, calm, happy? Or maybe restless, frustrated? Whatever arises here for you, however you feel in this moment, just accept it and welcome it in. And for today's practice, I want you to think about or visualize something that you've been dreaming of for some time now. Maybe it's a new home, a trip to a new continent, a relationship, maybe a new job. Something that puts a big smile on your face. Something that makes your heart beat faster. Let's take a moment here to visualize that. And feel how your body changes. And ask yourself, what's holding me back from pursuing that dream? Is it a limiting belief? Money? Closed borders? Anything? And can you see that the only limitations that really exist are in your head? So whatever that dream of yours looks like, let today's practice give you a little bit more confidence, take away fears, for you to just go for it and pursue that dream. Take a big breath in. And a deep sigh, letting go. Feel your body. And you can open up your eyes. Come back into the space wherever you are. And then slowly start to roll off your bolster or cushion. And take that cushion out of the way. And then you lay back down onto your back. It's taking the feet quite close towards the hips. Knees are bent. Place the hands next towards the hips. I'm going to go for a few bridges here. Your next breath in, lift the hips up, squeeze the glutes, open the heart space. See how high you can go. There's a good amount of pressure into the shoulder blades. The insides of the knees work towards one another. And you press the soles of the feet firmly down. Take another breath in, come even higher. And with your exhale, slowly release the hips back down by rolling through the spine vertebra by vertebra. And we'll do that a few times. So inhale, lift up again. Open. Exhale, release it down. Roll bit by bit. And again, up, inhale. Finding your own pace. Filling up your breath with movement. Exhale down. A few more. Inhale. And see if you can come up a little higher every time. And you're welcome to take your arms along with the next breath in. All the way overhead, tapping the tops of the hands overhead onto the floor. And with your exhale, hips and arms come back down. Inhale. Nice and controlled. Fluid. Soft. Not too fast. Not too slow. 2 more. The last one. And release. Now from here, hug the knees in towards your chest. Giving yourself a good squeeze and just rolling a little bit. Massaging the lower back, taking circles with the knees. And then place your left foot down again, just the left foot. Extend your right leg high. Place the hands interlaced behind the thigh or maybe the shin, whatever you can reach. Just making sure that your tailbone stays down into the ground. You actively flex your right foot. You're going to pull that leg gently a little closer while you try to keep it straight. There's a very active right leg here. And every exhale, you can pull in a little bit closer. The shoulders are down, the head is down. The breath is deep. One more inhale. And with your exhale, slowly release the hands and cross the right ankle over the left knee. And gently just open that right knee out to the right. The right foot stays flexed. And again, hands interlace, but this time behind the left thigh. So the left foot can come off the ground. And you start to pull your left leg closer for a figure 4 position. Just laying down this time. You feel that stretch into the right glute. Maybe with your right elbow, you can open that knee a little bit further to the right. Find your sweet spot and then stick with your breath. One more inhale. And with your exhale, slowly let the hands go again. Drop the left foot and then drop your knees over to your right side while you keep the legs in the same position as they were. So the right ankle really still presses on top of the left knee. So knees go to the right side. And the right ankle stays on top. And with that, you increase the stretch through the left side of the leg, the left hip, into the left side of the lower back. Arms are wide, kind of a variation onto a twist. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, let go. And then slowly come back through the center. Release the legs. And we'll take it to the other side. So the right foot stays down, the left leg lifts here. Hands interlaced behind the thigh or maybe the shin or calf. Flex the left foot. Leg is as straight as it can go. And then you gently start to pull it in towards your chest. You feel a good stretch through that hamstring, probably the whole back of the leg. And I went to the gym again for the first time in 9 months, only a few days ago. So trust me, I still feel it. Keeping the tailbone down, the shoulders down, pull even a little closer. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then slowly let go, bend the knee, cross left ankle over a right knee, open the left knee to the left, and then interlace the hands behind the right thigh. Lay down again and pull yourself closer. Making sure always that the left foot stays flexed. It's just to protect the knee and the joints. Find that sweet spot. When and where do you feel that left hip open? Where's your breathing? Deep inhale. And then slowly release. Step the right foot down again and then drop your knees, both legs, to your left side. Left ankle stays onto your right knee. Arms open wide. And maybe the gaze goes towards the right hand. Allowing gravity to pull yourself into two directions here. Deep breaths. Last one in. And then gently come back through the center, unlocking your knees. Place the hands behind the thighs, lifting the feet, and just starting to rock up and down a few times until you have some momentum. Keeping the spine rounded. You can come up all the way to seated into a cross-legged position. And straight away, bring the arms up high. Inhale. With your exhale, bring the right hand down to the floor. Just an easy side stretch. Open the heart space. Let's see if you can get that upper arm nice and straight. Both sitting bones down into your mat. Maybe close your eyes here. Feel the body. And notice that limit. Like, where is that point? You feel like, oof. It's a good stretch. Can't go any further. And maybe you can. Just take another inhale. And then go that tiny bit further, knowing your limits are only yours. And it's up to you how far you want to stretch them. Inhale, arms both rise up again. Find length. And with your exhale, try the other side. And think about that dream. Where are you limiting yourself? Where can you stretch yourself a little more to pursue that dream? Inhale here. And with your exhale, slowly release. Now from here, placing the hands right in front of you, roll over the knees, come into tabletop. And just a very free flow style, just a ripple through the spine. I don't mind how you do it. Cat cow, or maybe a bit more wavy or H shapes or anything. Just finding space between the vertebra and allowing the energy around that main nadi or Sushumna nadi, our main energy channel, which runs next to the spine, to start waking up. Take a last breath in. And come back through the center here into tabletop. Now from here, now lift your right foot off the mat and extend the right leg all the way out to the right, making sure that that foot is all the way down and flat on the floor. Now from here, and this might feel quite restricted for some of you, you're gonna lift your right arm up to the ceiling, open the heart, inhale. With your exhale, you're gonna slide the right arm all the way underneath and see if you can get that shoulder down, cheek down. And even if you don't fully get there, that's fine. You're going to walk your left hand forwards, coming onto the fingertips from the left hand, and find a deep, deep, deep twist here. If you need your cushion to support the head, that's fine. And again, if that shoulder doesn't come fully down, it's all right. Same holds for me. It's just about finding that twist. Keeping that right leg straight here. Take another breath in. Deep exhale. And then slowly walk the left hand back towards your face so you can press up and swing the right arm open one more time. Inhale as far as you can go backwards. And exhale, release. Bring the right knee back into tabletop or your line if you have to. And then you take it to the other side. Extending your left leg all the way out to the left, planting the foot firmly down, lifting left arm up to ceiling. Inhale, open as far as you can go. And with an exhale, draw left hand and arm all the way underneath, lay down your cheek, whatever can reach, and then start to walk the right fingertips forwards. So you can kind of look underneath your armpit. Breathe. Check in with your belly. Is it soft? Let the breath just flow. And see where you can soften a little. Just being present with the body. Even though this probably feels like a very awkward position. Don't worry, it is for me too. Last breath in. And then sliding the right hand back in front of your face. Press up. Swing left arm open. One more time. Open further. And slowly hand down. Then the left knee can come down as well. Come back into the center of your mat. And just tuck your toes here. And coming into a high plank position. Stepping the feet a little further back if you have to. Checking your alignment. So shoulders just over wrist. And really press the floor away. So we round through the shoulder blades. Squeezing glutes. Press heels backwards. Finding heat. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale again. Now with your exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down very slowly. You're very welcome to use your knees. But if you want to go without, follow me here for 5, 4, go slower. 3, 2, 1, and release the body. Untuck your toes, bring the hands out wide, fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest, dancing cobra. Exhale slowly down, pressing the tops of the feet into your mat. Again, inhale. Exhale. Notice how the body moves and feels here. Stay connected. One more, inhale. And exhale. Placing the hands back underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. And press up and sit yourself back into child's pose, but a very active one here. So forehead rests, arms are stretched out, palms firmly into your mat, elbows away from the ground. Deep breath in. And with your exhale, lift the forehead, press up into downward facing dog. And that's how we're going to take our vinyasas for today. Squeezing in a little child's pose every time. If you need some movement here, bending knees or anything else, feel welcome. Let's bring in some intuition, however you feel like moving right now. Just one more deep breath in, down dog. Deep exhale. Now lift your heels, look in between the hands. Start to take small steps, but full foot down, really noticing connection between your feet and the floor until you reach the top of your mat. And then grabbing a hold of your opposite elbows and just hanging heavy, slight bend through the knees. Maybe even a sway from side to side. Jaw soft, neck soft. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now while we're hanging here, really using the legs for strength, the yang part of the pose and the upper body, the yin part of the pose, fully surrendering, softening. Inhale here. Exhale. And then releasing the arms, start to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Swing the arms up high, inhale. Look up, actively finding length. So press your palms together and look up, and it feels as if someone's really pulling your fingertips up towards the sky. And then place the hands down in between or in your heart space. And then opening the palms, facing forwards for Tadasana, mountain pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, dive down, nice and slow. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Now plant your hands and step back for downward facing dog. Reach the tailbone a little higher. Heels a little closer to the ground. Spread your fingers. Head is heavy. And now lift your right leg high up to the ceiling. Inhale. Square off your hips. Flex the right foot. And then gently press the head a little closer to your toe, your left toe. I mean, if you can. Take another inhale. Lift the leg higher. And with your exhale, step the right foot forwards in between your hands. Now dropping your left heel down into the floor. Kind of 45 degrees for that back foot. Finding a warrior one. Arms lift. Right knee is nicely bent, and see if you can draw your hips squared facing forwards as much as possible. It's really difficult to get there fully in a warrior one, but work for that direction. Good core engagement, protecting the lower back. Keep pressing that back heel on the floor. One more inhale. And with your exhale, slowly release the hands down to the earth. Pivot onto your back foot so the left toes are facing forwards. Find an easy twist, right arm lifts. Melt the hips down. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Press into your big right toe. See if you can draw the chest open even more. Push the floor away through the left hand. Inhale. Exhale with the right hand down inside of the right foot. Now drop the left heel down and start to walk the hands to the longer side of your mat, turning the right toes in. So we're coming into a Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Come into a halfway lift, flat back, inhale. And exhale, fold nice and deep. Just hanging here for a moment. Bring the weight slightly forwards towards the front of the foot. Keep pressing into the outer edges of the feet. And then place your hands onto your hips here. Inhale, come into an active flat back without those hands. And then press into the feet to rise up all the way to standing. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale for goddess pose. So your toes are slightly tuning out. Bring the heels slightly inwards and then bend through the knees here. And really open those knees as wide as you can. And instead of kind of shifting our bums backwards and bringing in something like this, can you tuck your tailbone under, finding a straight spine all the way up, and from there, sink lower. Good. Those knees go as far wide as they can. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, arms up, extend the legs, lengthen. Exhale, goddess. Hands to heart. Go deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Moving energy around. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Now from here, bring the weight towards your back foot. Lean into that one. Hands can come down. Right toes lift. Skandasana. Hands can be in your heart space on the floor. Maybe they open. Wherever you are, heart is lifted, spine is long, hips open. Inhale. And with your exhale, slowly release the hands down. Start to press up so you can windmill open into warrior two. Finding the right knee stacked on top of the right ankle, toes straight forwards, and check that your shoulders are stacked on top of the hips. And soften the shoulders here as well. There's a yang part and a yin part to the pose. Can you find the difference in your body? Can you stay connected to your breath? Can you work through your own limits? The body is as strong as your mind thinks. And when you're ready, flip the palm, reach as far as possible, reverse. Open the side body. Keep a deep bend through the front knee and bring the right knee a little bit more open to the right. That right glute burns, I know, that quad's burning. Inhale. And with your exhale, slowly release the hands down. And it's your choice if you want to flow through a vinyasa. Inhale here, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Remember child's pose. Exhale, sink back. Inhale here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a good breath out. Now we'll take it to the other side. So lift your left leg high, square the hips, flex the foot. Can you go a little higher? A little deeper. Another breath in. And then step left foot forwards in between your hands. Warrior one, right heel drops, arms lift up. The left knee is about 90 degrees. And again, making sure that whole back foot is down into the floor and especially pressing the outer edge of the foot down. And then see if you can get the right hip to draw a little bit more forwards. Pull your belly in, heart is lifted. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground, pivot onto the back foot, find an easy twist, left arm lifts. Press into the right hand, lengthen through the left. Maybe open the left shoulder a little more. Peeling from the belly button. Last inhale. And then release the left hand down inside of the left foot. Drop the right heel. Find your prasarita, long edge of your mat. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You're welcome to this time interlace the hands behind the back, bring the wrists over the shoulders. Just adding in a shoulder stretch. And now bring the awareness towards the feet. Can you bring the weight? First of all, to the outer edges of the feet and then slightly forwards. And with that, really engaging your inner thighs, your quads. Deep breath in. And releasing the hands down. And then straight away actually onto the hips. From here, using your core to lift up. Inhale. Into flat back and then exhale all the way up. Bring the heels slightly inwards, toes slightly out. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, goddess. Inhale up. Again, move that energy. Notice what you're moving. Notice that flow with your body. Last one. Exhale, go as deep as you can go. Hover there for a moment or so before you bend through your back knee. Turn the left toes up to the ceiling. Really open those hips here and your choice for the arms. Deep breaths. Nice and soft. Releasing the hands down wherever you were. Pressing so you can really slide and open into warrior two. Bending through the left knee, finding the alignment of your heels here. Maybe that front thigh here comes all the way parallel to the floor. And again, yin and yang. Where's the balance? What can you change to bring them better into balance? Strength and softness, we both need it to reach our dreams. When you're ready, flip your palm, reach and reverse. Breathe into the side body. Open that left knee more to your left. Don't let it pop in. Shoulders soft. Inhale. And with an exhale, windmill the hands down into plank. Inhale. Your way to come down. Exhale. Squeeze those elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale for child's pose. Remember? Inhale here. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale. Another one. Tune in with your body. And then lift those heels, look in between your hands again. Full steps forwards towards the top of your mat. Coming halfway, lift flat back, inhale. Exhale to fold. Bending your knees and starting to roll up all the way to standing. Swing the arms up high. Exhale, hands through the heart space. Close your eyes. Find length through the spine, chin slightly tucked. Knees of the lock. Belly gently engaged. And just tuning in, connecting with your own energy, your own vibration. Because we're always vibrating. Just don't notice it anymore. Because we're too caught up in our day-to-day lives. But once we pay attention, you can feel and tell that you're vibrating all the time. It's those subtle waves of energy, maybe that you feel between the palms of the hands, maybe rushing around the pelvic area, the lower back, maybe the face. And see if you can tune in with those for a moment here. And when you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Bring your big toes together and finding a chair pose here. Swing the arms up high, hips go low. Engage your core. Gentle tuck of your tailbone here. So using the right muscles to stay up and not bringing all the pressure into the lower back. Really opening the heart, bring the arms higher up and backwards. Take a big breath in. Exhale, stay, go even deeper if you can. One last one, inhale. And with your exhale, dive down. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant hand, step back, high plank. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra, open the heart. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale here. Exhale, press and tuck back for downward facing dog. And from there, you're going to lift your right leg high up to the ceiling again. Square of those hips, flex a foot. And then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So kind of on the edge of your mat. Wiggle your back foot even further away from you and then drop the knee. Now, if you have a cushion, you may want to bring it on the inside of the right foot. And then place the full arms all the way down, maybe with or without the support of that cushion. A lizard pose. I'm going to stay here for quite a few breaths. You can untuck your back toe. And the sensation that you want to have is really to kind of melt the hips forwards and down towards the floor. And then leaning in, allowing the upper body to soften. The belly to relax. The head is heavy, you can just hang. And taking a bunch of more breaths there. So we're slowly coming into that yin part of our practice, where we take more time in poses, where we allow things to soften again. So while you're there, where can you let go? Where can you go just a little bit deeper by only letting go and surrendering? Don't push, don't pull. Just be wherever you are. And check in how this pose makes you feel. Big chance there's some frustration coming up, which usually happens in hip openers, first of all, especially if we feel like we should go deeper or faster or quicker or something like that. Sometimes it's that pause, that allowing, that releasing, that surrendering, that creates a space for those dreams to come true. We don't always need to go fast. Let's take one more breath in there. And then with your exhale, you can gently come back up onto your hands. And from here, bring the right arm again on the outside of the right foot and start to heel toe the right foot over to your left. And then dropping the shin down, going for pigeon here. So take some time to get into pigeon. So I really want you to check if your right knee is pointing to the upper right corner of your mat. If that's the case, walk your back foot away from you. So we're melting deeper into the hips. If there's too much space between your bum and the floor here, take a cushion or a block underneath it. And when you found kind of your sweet spot where you feel like, oh yeah, definitely something happening in that pelvic floor here, making sure your hips are squared off, and they can come if you want onto the forearms. Or maybe you come all the way down, resting the forehead or your cheek. And most important here was to find softness. A deep belly breath. And a full surrender of your body weight into the pose, trying not to hold yourself up. So notice which muscles you are engaging to kind of not go all the way. But limit yourself from going as deep as possible. Because that's exactly what we do in real life too. We hold ourselves back. And come up with 1,000 excuses, what's wrong with the world, and why things can't be the way we want them to. But in the end, it's just us. Trust me, I've been there. And still am, by the way. Three more breaths, nice and slow. Going deeper and deeper into that hip space where we hold so much tightness and tension. Deep breath in. And gently lift up the head. Come onto your hands here. And if you had a cushion underneath that hip, take it away so you can sink the right hip down. You're going to swing your left leg forwards. Left leg stays straight. The right knee comes up and in, and you really pull that right foot as close in towards the hips as possible. And draw your right elbow on the inside of the right knee. Swing the arm around. You're going to bend through your elbow. You already see me getting a little awkward here. Then you're going to take your left arm around the other side and see if you can get a hold of your fingertips. If that's not happening, maybe you could grab either maybe another piece of clothing that you have around or something like that. Or you just grab a hold of your clothes here somewhere, the fabric that you can grab. Now, once you got that grip, really flexing the left foot actively, that left leg is working, and then lift your chest up. We're finding a long spine, really lifting the chest up and forwards, neck is long. A few more breaths here. Keep finding that elevation and that elongation through the spine. One more breath in. And gently release the hands. Allow the right knee to drop down and open. Place the right hand behind you. And then open up for a very soft flesh dance. You come onto the right shin and the left foot, opening through the heart space by extending the left arm away from you, pushing into the right hand. Inhale. Squeeze the glutes and the hips up more. And then slowly release the hips down. Now keeping the legs as they are, lift the arms high. Inhale. With a very soft exhale, fold forwards. And without forcing, no pulling, pushing, we're not going to grab the feet. Just going to hang here, palms facing up to the sky and allowing our body weight to come down as deep as it wants to come down without any pressure. Because it's in that letting go piece with no restraint at all. And that's where you find space in your body. And then also, as a result, in your mind. So just meeting your body where it is. Gravity, heaviness. It doesn't have to look perfect here. One more breath in. Slowly rise up with your exhale. Now extend your right leg out too, and you probably want to turn towards the long edge of your mat because both legs are going to come out wide into a straddle. So find spots where you have the space to do that, and then place your hands just behind your hips and just elevate the hips for a little bit and sit yourself an inch or so forwards. Nothing too much, but with that, you straight away feel a little bit more tension here onto those inner thighs. The feet are completely soft. I want you to let go of the feet. If that means they fall out to the outside or inside or just straight up, it doesn't matter. Just let them go. No tension through the legs. At least no active tension. And take a breath in again, arms rise up. And with your exhale, fold, start to retreat and fold forwards, finding length. And then again, allowing the upper body to soften. The belly to soften. And even if that means that you're sitting straight up because that's how far you get, that's fine. You'll notice that in a few breaths, a minute or two, your body will slowly start to open up and soften and come down to the floor a little closer. So check in with your arms right now. Can you soften your elbows? Can you soften the hands? Can you fully relax the head, back of the neck? And then breathe. And again, maybe visualize your dream. And asking yourself once more, what's blocking me? And is it something in the outside world or is it just me? Two more breaths. Now you can slowly start to roll up to seated again, walking the hands towards you. And place those hands underneath your knees here and gently lift, and with some support, bring the knees back together. Wrap your arms around, rest the forehead onto them. And just really acknowledging the sensations in the legs, pelvic floor, or anywhere else, maybe a lower back. And from here, any way that feels good for you, you can swing your legs around and coming into downward facing dog again. Very soft, easy. Take a breath here. And then lift your left leg high to the sky. And stepping the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Lizard pose, drop your right knee down, untuck the toe, melting the hips. And then you may come into your forearms, maybe using the cushion or block for support. Letting go into that hip space, into that spot where you feel limited. And just knowing, trusting that by only breathing and releasing, you can create more space there. It takes a little bit of effort, discipline, and time, but it's possible. And again, whatever you can do on the mat here, you can do in real life too. Where can you soften? Where can you let go? Final deep breath in. Go deeper with your exhale. And then slowly come up into your hands. Left hand comes to the outside of the left foot. Heel toe the foot over to your right. Find your pigeon. Same here. Left knee is pointing towards the left upper corner of your mat. Shin is about 45 degrees most likely. And then walk your back foot as far away as you can. So your hips really, really melt. Square off those hips and then come down if that feels good for you. You can always stay here for a moment, just feel into it. You never want to go too deep with this one, because you want to be able to be here for some time and actually let go instead of having gone too deep and then needing to back off. You might observe a difference between left and right. A bit more tightness on one side compared to the other. It's being very present here with any sensation or feeling that comes up in this pose. All you need to do is breathe. Last inhale. And then gently press up through the hands. Sinking your left hip down and swinging right leg forwards. Right leg straight, left knee stays bent but comes in towards your chest. Pull the foot in. Left elbow inside of left knee. Swing arm around. Bend elbow. Right arm comes the other way. Interlace the fingers if you can. And otherwise, grab the fabric of your clothes. From here, right leg is activated. Lifting chest forwards and upwards. Notice here where your body is kind of holding you back. It's different for all of us. For me, it's my shoulders in this one. But it might be your hips, it might be your back. Keep lifting and elongating. A very active pose, reaching through the crown, the head up, and the heel on the right side. One more breath in. And release, let go of your hands slowly. The left knee drops out to the left. Left hand behind you into flash dance, coming onto your left shin. Lift the hips, open the heart space, extend the right arm. Breathe. And then slowly release back down. And one more time, the arms lift up, inhale. I'm going to fold over your right leg, but again, without any force, just softness, allowing the arms to land wherever they want to land. Elbows are relaxed. And it's a good trick here always. If you allow the palms of your hands to face up to the sky, softening the fingers, you automatically relax your arms, your shoulders as well. Softening the jaw. Your neck and shoulders. Or really that deep breath into the belly. Every exhale, you're coming a little bit further down. No pressure. It's just gravity. Final breath in. And then slowly lift up your body. Extend your left leg out as well. Maybe give it a bit of a shake. And make sure you have space behind you to roll down onto your back. Legs are straight. Make sure there is some space between the feet, arms next to the body, but here too, palms facing up to the ceiling. Open the hands. And maybe open the arms even wider. As long as you can find that full relaxation, that full kind of feeling of surrender into Mother Earth. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. With an exhale, let everything go and allow the weight of your body to sink down and to become part of the earth. Hold fast your dreams within your heart. Keep one still secret spot where dreams may go and sheltered so may thrive and grow, where doubt and fear are not. Oh, keep a place apart within your heart for little dreams to go. And with those words, just start to move your body slowly, deepening your breath, wiggling toes and fingers. Maybe hugging the knees in towards your chest. And from there, rolling over to your side. And slowly, gently, with your eyes closed, make your way up to seated. Placing the palms on top of each other over your heart. And feel your own heartbeat. And make sure you keep a little place there for dreams to go. Palms come together, thumbs in between the eyebrows. Saying gratitude for stepping onto the mat today. And bowing down and forwards. Namaste. Thank you, guys.